I'm Cadet Deil. My partner is Cadet Joshua Cox, and we have developed a computer game called Blue Falcon for our CY300 Intro to Programming class. The definition of Blue Falcon, according to Urban Dictionary, is as follows. The example sentence reads, Private Pyle got caught with a jelly donut in his footlocker, and his platoon got smoked because of it. Pyle is a Blue Falcon.
So project motivation. We had a few different options of projects we could do for this, but we ultimately chose a game because neither of us had really programmed a computer game before, and we both enjoyed playing, video games, computer games, stuff like that. This project was ultimately inspired by Flappy Birds, which is a iOS, Android, cell phone game that was pretty popular a few years back. And the basics of that game are you control the main bird character up and down to avoid obstacles that are moving across the screen. We chose to base it off of Flappy Bird because we knew we could code a similar game to Flappy Bird, and also because it's a simple yet enjoyable game to play.
Our target audience is for anyone who enjoys playing simple computer games. We recognize that one of the main reasons why Flappy Bird was so successful was due to the simplicity of the game itself. So we tried to replicate that by our computer game, Blue Falcon. Because Blue Falcon is also a colloquial military term, cadets at West Point may be more inclined to play the game as well.
And future features, our game currently does not have a start menu, so we plan on wrapping up the code for that within the next few days. And also, when you lose all 3 lives, the game automatically exits out back to the console screen. So we want the ability to restart the game upon losing. We'll be adding that as well.
So now we will display the basic functionality of our game. So what we'll do is we'll run our code. So right off the bat, a couple quick instructions is you hit the up arrow to move the Blue Falcon upwards, and the down arrow to move the Blue Falcon in a downward direction. We wanted to limit movement to the left and right because we overall wanted to make our game as simple as possible, and decided that moving our Blue Falcon up and down would be the easiest form of playing the game. As you just noticed, one of our future features that we need to add is when the Blue Falcon hits more than 3 obstacles, or hits 3 obstacles, then the game terminates. So the game shuts out, and you have to rerun the code in order to play a game. So to fix that, we'll add a game over screen and a method to restart the game as well. The medals that are going across the screen right now are supposed to be NDSMs, because the inspiration behind that was that every West Point cadet receives an NDSM, and we all wear it with pride.
And to go over the obstacles a little further. So there are 3 different obstacles that just randomly appear on the screen from the right side once they reach the left side, and they read homework, teamwork, and taskings. And the idea behind that is Blue Falcons are just trying to get out of all their responsibilities, screw their teammates over. And the obstacles are also supposed to be shaped like bullets. Since it is kind of military related, he's dodging those. Something that's hard to notice but is a feature of our game is every 3 medals you collect, the speed increases a little bit of the obstacles. It's not really noticeable until about the 12th medal, 15th medal, but once you reach the higher scores, the speed definitely picks up and the game becomes much harder. All the graphics for our game we created online. There's a pixel art website we used for the obstacles, background, the bird, the NDSM. So that's kind of a design element we didn't mention earlier. And
another future feature that we may want to add is a sound feature where whenever the player hits an obstacle, then a sound will play to notify them that they actually hit an obstacle. Because as of right now, whenever a player hits an obstacle, the number of lives on the top left of the screen decreases, but there's no notification that the player has hit the obstacle. So that is our basic functionality of the game. We obviously need to work on a couple of things. Just to reiterate, a menu screen, a game over screen, the ability to start over. In addition, a sound where the Blue Falcon would be notified whenever they hit an obstacle would also be important to add as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our video game. And finally, here's our works cited for the Blue Falcon Urban Dictionary definition.